Okay, so I'm going to show you a method that I came up with, a pretty simple method of making what I consider perfect eggs. Like, I never actually knew how to make scrambled eggs really well before, but I've been experimenting for years, and I've come up with a way to make the perfect Sunday morning breakfast with perfect scrambled eggs. Because I know a lot of people hate it when your eggs get burned, or when your eggs they don't get cooked all the way thoroughly. Now, the way that I've come up with, first of all, you should do your meat first. So if you're having bacon, like any good American, and you're getting your bacon, you're getting your pork, what you do is you fry your bacon, and if you put sausage or whatever, you just get, what you want is the grease out of the bacon. You just want a little bit of the grease from the bacon. So first step is I'm making some meat. Now, do you have to do this? No. You could just use vegetable oil, but I like to use oil I've already cooked with because it retains some of that smoked bacon flavor when you put it in the egg.
Prep my eggs in a bowl, which makes it easier to see whether or not there's any shells. So you should always do that first because you don't ever want shells getting into your food. The next thing I do is I get this Italian seasoning right here. Now, this Italian seasoning is basically just a mixture of common ingredients that you'd find in spaghetti, like thyme, oregano. It may have some garlic in there, I'm not really sure, but you could just as easily put this together yourself. But if you find one of these Italian seasonings in, let's say, Walmart or your nearest grocery store, this stuff is really good because it's a nice balance. So when you want to make a spaghetti sauce or you want to make a pizza sauce, you just get some of this, and it saves a lot of guesswork. And I like my eggs with Italian seasoning in there, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. And the important thing is, what kind of pan are you using? Now, some people don't like non-stick pans because they think they cause cancer. They may be right. I really don't know, and I haven't seen enough. What is it called? Haven't seen enough scientific research. But anyway, this is a Wolfgang Puck, a small frying pan. And this frying pan has a really smooth surface, so it doesn't stick. And basically, if you use a little bit of the oil from your meat to coat the bottom of the pan, you can heat it to a very high temperature and pour your egg right in, and it bubbles up perfectly. And I'm also going to go grab some cheese, because I like my eggs with cheese.
My girlfriend does not like eggs, so I'm just making eggs for myself. But she does like bacon. So I never overcook my bacon. Don't overcook your bacon. You just cook it just enough to, don't make it too hard by cooking all the water out of the fat. You don't want to do that. But so far it looks good. It's almost done. I'm going to pull that out, and then I'm going to take some of the oil for the eggs. So anytime you cook bacon or anything in oil, what you should always do is you pad the bottom of your pan with paper towel so that this way you can remove the excess grease. It'll dry up. And the sausage is almost done, so the next thing we do is we proceed to cook more bacon. Absolutely right. This is MURICA. There ain't no such thing as Sharia law around here. Ain't no Sharia law around here. This is MURICA. Burn, baby, burn. High heat, what you're going to do is you're going to start your egg pan, and what you're going to want to do, take some of that grease and use that to coat your eggs, just so your eggs have something to sit on that's not the pan. You may even want to coat the sides of the pan just a little bit more. Yes, I like having a nice good bed of grease. The pork gravy, that's what it is. Pork gravy. So I'm going to turn that bacon off because that bacon looks crispy. And I got to transport the bacon into the prep pan while the egg oil heats up. How about that? Yeah, you can almost smell the freedom. This is MURICA right here. There ain't no Sharia law around here. I don't know what they told you. Okay, then cover that up. Okay, so let this get nice and hot.
It's already hot grease, but you got to give the pan a second to heat up. So, what's going to ultimately happen is I'm going to pour the eggs in. And when I pour the eggs in, they will begin to quickly cook immediately because of the heat. But they're going to bubble up on the sides because of the quickly evaporating water. Okay, I think it's about time. Here's the egg mixture with the Italian seasoning. Just pour that right in the middle. Okay, it bubbles up on the sides. And the beautiful thing about it is, as hot as it is, it doesn't burn because of the oil on the sides protecting the egg. You see that? You can scramble it up. It doesn't matter. You can scramble it up as nicely as you want. Now, some of the oil will be absorbed. The water that's here will be evaporated real quickly. And your eggs fry perfectly. Now, I have tried using the Pam spray. My only problem is the Pam cooking oil spray, it starts to burn kind of quick. So if I had put it in there for the amount of time that I had this oil in there, it would have turned brown already. But meanwhile, I've got nice yellow, white, fluffy eggs. You can smell the freedom. Yeah. Okay, so I like cheese. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the cheese, and then I'm going to turn the heat down to make the cheese cook in there nice and thoroughly. And, you know, Walmart sells cheese like this, but I think I got this one from Costco, the 4 cheese. Cheese is a drug. There's a drug in cheese called casomorphin, and it has an effect on the human brain similar to opium, just at a lower effect. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that drug cheese in there. A little bit of that drug cheese. There we go. It's like a party in America and everybody's invited. Okay, so now that that's there, you can just let the bottom cook because nothing's going to happen. So cover it up, turn down the heat, and just let that cheese melt in there. And you've got your perfect eggs. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to present to you the American breakfast. The American breakfast fit for any American who isn't currently getting their health care via the Affordable Care Act. Have a great day, people.